How did you get into, I guess, making music and
A lot. We do a lot here. We've got Paper Earth coming through. I know you interviewed them already. That's obviously. They did a couple songs here that they've released, and then they've also got, I want to say, like at least like 6 other songs that they've recorded here that haven't come out yet. We're right now we're working on more than just music. We've got like music videos coming out right now. We put an album together called Emotions Are Lethal, but it wasn't exactly what we wanted. So we redid the entire album, and in the process we made a song called Safety, and we decided, like, let's drop Safety before we put the new deluxe album out or whatever, because we didn't want to like do the same thing twice. And that evolved into, like, let's make a music video about schizophrenia and a dead girl. So we started out listening through the song, and we were like, let's pick apart the lyrics, start there, because we had no idea what we were going to do for the music video. We just knew we wanted a video. And we ended up with, he wrote some really sad stuff, and we were like, oh, okay, this is going to be a dark video, huh? And it evolved into, like, you know, I mean, he talks a lot about, like, his mental and, like, that kind of thing, so we thought it'd be a good way to, like, go with a sort of mental illness or, like, a schizophrenic break or something like that. We could work that in there. And those concepts started bubbling up, and we're like, what causes the break? And that was like, you know, maybe it was a bad relationship. And then I was like, that's generic. Maybe the girl's dead. Yeah. And yeah. But I mean, went from there to storyboards, to shot list, to costume, to just like a general, like, what locations we're going to need and all that, like the semantics of a music video. And finally I locked down some actors from high school. Caitlin Nevin was the one that I originally hit up, and she was all about it. So we were like, yes, let's do this. I started out just like in high school. I played guitar, you know what I mean? But like I tried to go for engineering, and then I tried chemistry, and that sucked. So I left, and I went to music as a major in college, and then I realized that their major sucked. So I left there, and I made like beats for a while, and eventually I made a single with Isaac, who lives out in the UK. We've been like talking now for like years, but it's just this random connection we made on Instagram. And I guess Jeff, the guy that works here with me, he heard the song, and he was like, hey, you should come in here one day and we'll, you know, see what we can do. Didn't think it would evolve into this, but, you know, yeah, I'm glad it did. I had to work on that one. I had to really work on that one. There's a lot of knobs and a lot of dials, and they do different things, man. Yeah, that took a while. I mean, I like all music, really. I mean, I've done pretty much everything at this point. I've done, like, classical, I've done R&B, pop, hip-hop, rap, rock, trap, like, EDM. I do a lot of stuff, you know what I mean? If there's anything I really like the most, I think it's probably, like, I don't know, I'd say, like, funk, like, jazz, funk, hybrid, you know? I love that shit. I don't know what makes me pursue this dream at all. It's like at this point I just kind of wake up and make music. Like I come down here and I just like sit at the computer and I make beats, or I mix things from other people or whatever it is. And like I think it's just like once you find that thing that you really love to do, nothing stops you from doing it. Like you can be tired, you can be hungry, whatever it is, you still want to do the thing because you love it. I want to help everybody out of here. Yeah. Cincinnati is a great place to start making music. It is not a great place to get famous making music. I'd like to make some kind of a pathway for people to like actually get like radio ready music done with music videos and like content for like a year and a half ahead of where you're supposed to be, so you can just make music at your leisure instead of being a slave to the algorithm. I mean, the hardest thing really is like, it's just promotion. I mean, like, getting people to hear music that is made in an area like Cincinnati is like the hardest part. I don't know. I feel like labels aren't enough now, and like the only way you can really like combat that is like, and actually functionally make a company that helps artists anymore, is to do everything. And like, it's hard to like describe that to people when you're like, we do everything, you know, like they're like, okay dude, what, like whatever, you know, like you can't do everything. Yeah, we can. I'd like to see a whole lot more people on board with Retina, because right now, as it stands, we're not even a functional company yet. We're just now getting all the groundwork laid to start this whole thing. I'd like to see at least 100,000 fans of just Retina as a whole, like, because that's a good metric for like other artists involved. Like, in order for Retina to get that many followers, the other artists need to be doing like exponentially better than 100,000 by 5-year mark. So I'd say that's probably what I'd really like to see, just more people watching. I would say learn how to mix. That's a big thing. If you're ever gonna bring any file to a studio, learn how to mix the file. This is very important. We like that. Well, there's a music video coming out for Jordan Eversole on the 21st of June. That's gonna be pretty awesome. The song comes out on the 1st, and we spent a lot of time on it. It's gonna be really, really cool.